These are opening stages of what will be a broad and concerted campaign.
Sent off on a 4-week-long operation where every single step could be a last one. On 2 legs it was sort of living hell, falling with the shells, war within yourself. But you wouldn't let your mates down till they had you dusted off.
That's an anti-war video you're looking at there, and it's the latest of many on the website peacetakescourage.com. It's run by a girl that's barely old enough to drive. At age 16, Ava Lowry's been blogging against the war since 2005, and the Alabama teenager joins us now this morning in the newsroom from Mobile. Good morning to you. Thanks for being here.
Good morning to you, too. Thanks for having me.
All right. Well, thank you. And what was your goal? You've been doing this a while now. What was your goal when you first started this website and started blogging? And has that goal been accomplished? Here we are a couple years later.
Well, when I first started the website, I was frustrated and felt like I needed a way to voice my opinion about the war. And I wanted to do it in a way that I thought was most effective for me. And I never imagined that it would turn into what it has, and I've just grown to become more passionate about the cause as time, grew on. And my uncles were sent to Iraq, and so that motivated me a lot more also to get involved with it.
Now, how do those uncles feel about doing what you're doing? And of course, your message is anti-war, not anti-troops. But how do your soldiers feel who are out there, or your uncles who are out there fighting for this cause and in this war, and they have someone in their family, a young lady who's against it?
Both of them support, my right to do this. Both of them know that I support the troops, and that's why that I'm doing this. And one of them agrees with me, one of them disagrees with me, but they both respect my right to do it.
All right, and another thing I have to hit on here, a very serious note, which is that you say you've gotten death threats because of some of the previous posts you've put up there. Now, did that certainly surprise you? You know there are passionate people on both sides of this issue, but that someone would actually take the time to send a death threat to a 16-year-old child?
Well, it was shocking to me whenever I got death threats. I never expected my site to get any attention at all, let alone to, be popular enough to get death threats. But that shows me that what I'm doing obviously is working. It's obviously getting their attention. So, I've succeeded in what I wanted to do.
Well, do you think your age here lends more credibility to the cause? Because people might look at you and think, well, she's young, so she probably doesn't have any political motive. She's just out there doing what she feels. Or do you think your age takes away from the credibility because people might think, well, she's just a kid. What does she know?
I think both in a way, but when I first started the website, I actually never posted my age. Some of the first videos that I made, I made them without posting my age, and people a lot of times when I got the death threats, they thought I was an adult man. So, it was amusing to read those emails.
Death threat amusing. Hard to imagine, but it sounds like you're taking it in stride. What are your opinions, or have your opinions about this war evolved over time? Since you were obviously keeping up when you first started the website, but of course you're keeping up with this day in, day out. Have your opinions and thoughts evolved and changed any through this whole process?
Well, my opinions have gotten more educated. I've learned a lot through the website. Whenever I first started the website, I did not know a lot about the Iraq War. I just, thought it was wrong. But through the website, I've, done a lot of research for my videos. And by doing that, I've learned a lot about the war, a lot about the political system, and a lot about our country in general.
And finally here, speaking of that political system, I think you will be able to vote the next time around. Is that right, in 2008?
Yes, I will.
All right. Are you keeping up with politics as well in some of these candidates? And are you ready to endorse a candidate? And will your opinion of them totally hinge on their view of the Iraq War?
It definitely depends on their view of the Iraq War. For me, it depends on other issues too. And there's a bunch of different candidates out there right now. There's so many out there. I mean, there's the front runners, and there's the ones that don't get the attention that they should be getting, just because they aren't the big money makers when it comes to political fundraising.
Wow. Well, it sounds like they all need to be after your endorsement right now. Ava Lowry, again, 16 years old, has been keeping up with that blog. It's some great stuff you're doing. Again, it's peacetakescourage.com. Folks, check it out. But Ava, I'm sure we will be talking to you again in the future, but thanks for your time again this morning.
Well, thank you for having me.
Very outspoken young lady there. Well, anti-war protests are planned this week.